about to go downtown.
Downtown, hey!
Downtown. You about to go downtown.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night, actually, and welcome to another night's episode of Instagram Live with Downtown World. And I am looking forward to this conversation tonight with my girl Shynieka Taylor, aka Shy, and she is just like an amazing queen that I've had the opportunity to kind of meet virtually, and I'm truly excited for you guys to get to learn her and know her more tonight and everything that she has going on. And with that being said, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please do so. Thanks, Killa. Please do so. Subscribe, Downtown World, DWNTWNWRLD. Make sure you are also visiting the website daily. So that's www.downtownworld.com. And once again, just thank you guys for all your support. Like, without you guys, like, Downtown World would not be where it is right now. Like, I was just really reflecting on stuff today, and I was like, yo, independently, we've literally gotten with some really huge entities, and I don't take that very lightly. So if you'd like to support me and support what you see going on, and you know this isn't free what I do, please support your girl. You're able to go to our merch channel at Shop Downtown, and there you can get one of the OG shirts like I'm wearing tonight, which stands for Don't Waste No Time with Negativity. Or we have our Eat Fruit and Mind Your Business merch. We have some new merch on the way. I know you guys have been asking about it, but we definitely have some new merch on the way. If you guys know me, I'm a perfectionist. I like things to be a certain way. So it's coming. Don't worry about that. And
eat fruit and mind your business. Eat fruit and mind your business.
Season. How are you doing? We got Queen Shy in the building.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, was that a noise?
Yes.
Oh, you lit. Oh, oh, snap. Oh, now you lit.
All for you, Queen. You deserve more than flowers tonight. More than flowers.
I appreciate it.
So as I was explaining to everyone today, we have, I want to call you a serial entrepreneur, if that's okay with you tonight, because I feel like you don't.
I wish I had serial entrepreneur money, but okay. If that's what you want to call me.
We're claiming it. So welcome, Shynieka Taylor, in the building tonight. And Queen, thank you for everything you do on and off, and just for being a Black queen, period. Let's start off with a standard question that we do ask here at Downtown. Don't waste no time with negativity. And that question is, what is the situation, Shy, that it doesn't have to be recent, but it was definitely negative, and you might have even surprised yourself on how you just rose above and you chose not to waste any time with negativity?
That's actually a very good question. What should I say? Should I say it was a man?
Be honest with me. It's cool.
It's not even about just being honest or not. It's just, I guess, how deep do I want to go? Because I don't want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, men today. I don't think I had that on my mind. But since we're there, yeah, it was some crazy situation that went down. To be completely honest, I'm really not going to go into depth. You know, I really keep like positive vibes around me, and for the most part, 70% of the time, I'm honestly normally by myself trying to grind. So I don't really have like dramatic issues, but I was I don't want to say talking to this guy, trying to talk to this guy. I don't know what I thought I was doing, but you know, he really was showing a lot of red flags. I'm not going to say what the red flags were, but it brought me to a moment where I'm like, who is he trying to play? So I had to like really think about it. And at that, honestly, it was a lot of growth for me because I'm a confrontational person. Like, I don't allow anybody to get over on me. I normally, you good?
No, I was saying you don't hold shit in. Like,
oh yeah. No, I don't hold anything in. I let people know what's what, when it is, and what day is going down, and that's that. I've always been that way. And To be completely honest, I just literally had no energy. It was just kind of like, yo, what's for me is what's for me. And if it's not something I want, I'm not even addressing it. I feel like we're in a different type of climate where when you're literally fighting for your life, or you're chasing a dream, or you're chasing a goal, yo, like all that is just distractions. And for me, because I want to live so much in peace and happiness, I couldn't even deal with the confrontation. I was just like, yo, I'm gonna let it go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take my sign from God and I'm gonna keep moving forward. And honestly, that is the most hardest thing I think I've ever had to tackle, like controlling my emotions. Because let me tell you, nobody on this earth could tell me anything. I don't like when people try to treat me like a doormat. I feel like I'm a very kind person. You know what I'm saying? I'm never trying to get over on the next person. So if anybody exudes that type of energy towards me, I always let them know, like, yo, you can't really try to bully me. But it gets to a point where if there is no solution, or you don't see it in your future, you're distracting yourself from what is to come. And that's why I was like, yo, this energy of confronting this individual and telling them what they did, they know what they did. I might put this energy and invest it into myself. Why even, we are too grown. Why even let you know? You know about yourself more than I know about you. You get what I'm saying? So
that part. Well said, Queen. Well said. And that is a very important part, I feel like, of being a media personality, being an influencer, being someone that is an entrepreneur, attaining their goals. That partnership or that team building part, where it's just like, you really can't risk at a certain point having lackadaisical people, or people that are not like about being in tune with positive vibes and good energy and like seeing the vision around you, because that can really like mess up your mentality, what you have going on. And it's very important to guard that, no matter how
absolutely
selfish it may look to others.
Absolutely. And I just want to add to your point. I think it gets to a time where you just don't want to play games no more. It's not about gameplay. You know what I'm saying? And you really want to invest in everything that makes you grow. And I feel like this year, because it was just last year going into this year, it was so difficult. It was so hard to keep your feet grounded and stay afloat, that anything that has nothing to do with my prosperity, I don't even want it. I don't even want to talk about it. My conversations have changed. You know what I'm saying? So if I feel like an individual is not where I'm at mentally,
I'm tweeting that tomorrow. My conversations have changed.
They changed. Girl, I don't even talk about the same things anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to get from point A to point B. So if you are not invested into my prosperity, I'm out. Like, there really is nothing else to talk about. Like, I always like look at my life, and I know my friends would probably like think I'm crazy, but I'm always looking 20 years down the line. So like, for me personally, if I don't see you within that 20 years, or you're not trying to help me build to get to what it's going to look like in 20 years, I'm wasting my time. I need to be getting ready for that's what I want my life to look like. You get what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times, you know, wasted energy also comes from a sense of not knowing your purpose. Because when you know your purpose, you just already know, like, you ain't even a part of my plan. So I'm not even gonna address it. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. In the past 72 hours, I've literally done, like, I want to say about five interviews. Okay, this will be 6. Okay, and that is literally what every person has said, whether it's knowing yourself or knowing like your truth, like things along that line. But it's not as easy as it sounds. We know, we're all human, but knowing yourself and being true to yourself, that's the real win.
It's the real win. That's when you, girl, no, you are really preaching, like, and I know it sounds so cliche.
You are. You're giving all the fruit tonight.
No, but I know it sounds very cliche, but it's like an awakening comes over you when you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it froze a little bit. When you really truly know who you are, where you're going, and where you're headed, something comes over you, and you're just like, you know what I'm saying? Life is way too short. Like, I'm trying to get what I deserve. I want to be happy. I want to be free. If it has nothing to do with my happiness, my freedom, or what I know that I deserve, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm not wasting a millisecond on it. You know what I'm saying? Time is money.
So let's speak on the fact of like being a host in your journey, right? Doing that. you have to obviously cultivate your own, like we look at the GOATs, like Oprah, she has her own sense. Wendy Williams has her own style. Angie Martinez has, like, we have the GOATs, you know what I mean? When you were building the personality of Shy for the world, maybe in the times we didn't even realize you were able to speak on the authenticity and just being true to yourself.
Well, basically, that's what it literally is. There really is no science to it. It is literally being who you are, and you cultivate your brand around that. So one thing about me is, you know, I have a huge personality, but at the same time, a lot of people don't know that, you know, my background is in political science. So that's one thing I can, that's one thing I can honestly say. It creeps in every now and then, especially if I'm talking about something in hip hop, you know, in pop culture. You don't really get a lot of political issues in awareness. So for me personally, I struggled because I was like, I don't know if I can tie this in because I'm not talking about this all day, every day. But then I was just like, yo, you need to just be you. You talk about what you want to talk about. You push what you want to push. And honestly, that's what it is. There's no science around it. You build a brand off of the things you like. And you know, how honestly, and it's also how you want people to perceive you. So although I love to dance, you know what I'm saying? I love to break it down. I knew personally, for me personally, just like doing a busted challenge was not going to do anything for my brand. And I didn't want to bring people to see me in that type of light. No shade to everybody who has done it. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's cool.
Well, girl,
I enjoyed the videos.
I'm chilling.
Right. I enjoyed the videos, but you know what I'm saying? I have to make it very clear that, like, I've learned there's two things in life. You know what I mean? You can be liked, and you also can be respected. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people go back and forth with, would you rather be liked or would you rather be respected? Me personally, there's no science to being liked. Either you like me or you don't. But you know what I'm saying? There is a science to being respected. I really believe there's a serious science to that. So you just that's just how I made sure that at the end of the day, whatever I'm doing, I'm walking in integrity, and I know that when I look back on it, I'm going to be proud. I do not like making moves without having intention. A lot of times people just do stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do anything. You have to have intention with your moves.
I don't like making moves unless I have intention. The amount of mistakes we have all made. Had we have had that word.
Absolutely.
Had we have had that word. Jeez. Would you say, Shy, you know, here downtown, don't waste no time in negativity. We say eat fruit, mind your business, you know? Fruit, I say it's good for the skin, it's good for all the things, good for the yoni, all the things, right? And fruit as well for me is spiritual, wisdom, guidance, knowledge. And you have always, even before, like when I had followed your page through Christy. Shout out to you, Queen. Love you. And literally, I was like, no, this girl she's sick. Like, she's lit. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, I appreciate that.
From the gate, your energy just rang through. I do not have to front on you. Like, it rang through. When it comes to just, you know, you as a person, personally, like, have you always, do you feel like been so wise or like seem so above like your years? I feel
you know what's so funny? Yo, somebody just told me at the other day, they were like, yo, I didn't know you was in your 20s. I thought you was in your mid-30s. I was like, all right now. I know I don't look that old. He was just like, no, because of how you talk. I think that I think I've always felt, I don't want to say ostracized, but I will say I've always been different. I've always did my own thing. And we can praise the Lord for my parents that raised me. It is their wisdom and me being around them and being around my aunts and uncles, the reason why I'm the way I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really spend a lot of time with them. So a lot of what y'all see and how I speak comes from them. And then it's experience as well. I've been working extremely hard since the age of 17. No matter if I was on this journey of chasing this dream or trying to graduate college, whatever it was. And, you know, it never was a smooth path for me. So through experience, I've learned a lot. Like, I've learned so much because I've had to struggle so, it's crazy because anybody who knows me from back in the day, they know this already. But a lot of people that are new and just now welcome, like coming into my space, they don't know. They think that everything has been like this silver platter. And I'm like, no, y'all don't really understand. Like, I've boiled water before. Like, I've opened up ovens. You get what I'm saying? Like before I even, even though like I said, I've slept in cars before all of that, there was one point in time where me and my folks was living in a barbershop. You get what I'm saying? So all of that molds who you are.
Yeah.
But and also just growing up in the church, has always kept me grounded, just very spiritual. So you just don't move a certain way just based on the character that you basically have.
Yeah.
So I guess I've always kind of been this way. Yeah.
I love it. Please don't ever change. Love it.
Oh.
Now, I love another standard question we have is you have the 4 elements. You have air, fire, earth, and water. Which element, Shy, do you feel like represents you or resonates with you the most, and why?
Fire. Because I'm a mother. Let me stop.
You get me hype, like
Okay. No. Definitely fire. I have a lot of fire in me. Yo, I go hard no matter what I do. I try to give 200%. Sometimes I go way too hard and it's not even that deep.
Love it.
Like, for real, like, I love popcorn, so I'm going to make sure, like, I'm the best popcorn eater ever. I'm going to tell y'all that nobody else can eat popcorn the way I eat popcorn. No one researches popcorn the way I research. I'm just fire. Like, I just have a lot of it in me.
Love it. So I do like to share with my queens, a couple of months ago I did do an interview, shout out to TVOne, and I was sharing with her because I'm a nerd. I like to watch like all those weird videos on YouTube, and the process of making gold, when you're looking at how they make it, it's literally like submerged in fire. Okay, there's like they put it into, it's almost like an oven but submerged in the hottest of flames, and when that gold comes out, it looks perfect, unscathed, nothing like what it has just gone through. And I want to remind you, queen, on the days where you're not feeling that motivated or as high frequency, you are pure gold. Okay, and please remember.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna take that word.
You truly are. That is a quote that I say to myself every day. It's here in my planner, like the Bible for me. So I do want to remind you, because we have been through a lot of things, like you shared, a lot of things that people see this, then they wouldn't know what we've been through, right? At all. So I definitely want to share that with my queens. So I am going to ask you a fun question as well. If you could have any superpower for 24 hours, what superpower would it be and why?
I'm nosy, dog. So, I'm very nosy, so I'm gonna make up this superpower. All knowing. I want everybody's text messages. I wouldn't even know what deals is being made. I need to know who you are, where you are, who you've been with, especially dealing with these crazy Negroes, like all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'm super nosy, so I'm gonna say I need the power of all knowing everything.
Okay, I like that. So what is the first spot you're gonna go to get all this information? You got 24 hours. What's the first spot you're going to?
I'm going to the FBI. I'm going in those case files and I'm opening up. I'm probably going to have my own case though. I'm telling you, I'm the real type of FBI agent. Like, don't play with me. Like, people like hit me up to this day, was like, yo, you need to be hired by cheaters, because I don't care who you are. Yo, if you having problems, if you're having problems, hit me up. Yo, I don't talk to my ex to this day, but he would tell you, yo, he swore I had a tracker on a car, and I really didn't. That's how good I was.
Oh my God. Okay, I hope I'm not showing my age here. Do you remember the show Room Raiders?
Yeah, when we were children.
Oh my God, I loved. Were we that young?
We were young. I think we were like 4.
I was definitely too young to be watching it, but that show was, and they take out the blue light in the person's room, all up in their bed, and I'm like, oh my God, you cannot do that in 2021.
No, you can't. No, but people should, because people have to start learning how to be solid. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, I'm over all like the lies, the dishonesty, no matter who you are, where you are. Like, it's just getting corny, the fraudulent. Like, it's just corny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be straight up. So I'm all about, like I tell people all the time, I don't care what nobody says. I'm about exposing people because we need to know who you really are. You need to stop scamming, stop finessing people in these streets. Okay, you need to be who you are, and the moment you're not, you need to be held accountable for not being who you are because it's corny, and corniness needs to stop being uplifted. It needs to stop being glorified.
It's true.
That's just how I feel.
And when I speak with a lot of the artists, I love to like I realize with music, because I know you love music as well, that I feel like the streets are back, like the realness is back, like that kind of like it's coming.
I don't know, girl. I think the realness, I don't know if the realness is back, yo. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like,
for real,
people are so quick to say they solid, to say they real, but until you put that stuff in boiling water, until it's tested, I'm trying to tell you, these people are folding left and right. The main ones claiming that they solid are the main ones. They be the main one. So I don't know. I always feel
it's so true.
I always feel like it's very rare, and hence why I probably spend like 60%, 70% of the time by myself, just because like I'm kind of like I don't know, like I'm just off of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, life is way too short. We gotta live in our purposes and just treat each other right. And I don't know. People are just I don't know. They just be tripping. I don't think it's bad though. I'm sorry.
Okay. So let me ask you this, another thing that you have a beautiful career, like, and you haven't even like scratched. You haven't even, listen, girl, you don't take these flowers tonight. You don't take these flowers tonight.
I appreciate it.
You have a beautiful career, okay? And you haven't even scratched the surface yet. Now, when I look at, this isn't even your biggest interview, but like the Tessica Brown interview, Yeah. I love the fact that you did that, because the jokes are cool, the laughter is cool, but as well, I want to know, like, sis, like, what, like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah, I think,
how was that experience for you? Like, you're on the other end, so you're engaged, so now you probably even had time to, like, look back at it and be like, okay, what are your thoughts on just the whole situation? I know it's past, but it's still a thing that, like,
yeah. One thing about me, which is crazy, I'm a big joker. You know what I'm saying? I crack on people all day long. Like, I think it's funny. I like to laugh. Yeah. But I'm also somebody who looks at things on a bigger spectrum. And I always want to be fulfilling my mission. So when I reached out for that specific purpose, because here I saw it was a Black woman that made a mistake, that didn't harm anybody else, made a mistake for herself, and was being dragged. That's that's in my mind, that's all I was thinking. I was like, a Black woman being dragged for a mistake. Yeah. And they just kept going. And I was just like, yeah, we're about to dead all of that. You know what I'm saying? One thing I can honestly say is that when you understand your mission and your purpose, you walk different and you talk different. And hence why the interview played out the way it was. You know what I'm saying? I just genuinely wanted people to know her for her name and stop using or stop calling her outside her name, because that could have been me. That could have been my mother. That could have been my sister. That could have been my future. I don't got no children, but it could have been my future daughter. And as another Black woman, I just feel like I just couldn't sit by and allow that to happen. But this is also in my character. You know what I'm saying? I do this a lot. Where as far as like, okay, I get it, the jokes is cool, but the bullying is not. And I feel like, we can't sit here and preach, protect Black women all day long if we're not doing it ourselves. And I'm speaking to women specifically. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a habit in our sisterhood. I love us to death, but we have a habit of wanting our men to treat us a certain way, but we can't even take care of each other. So so when I saw, poor Tessica just getting dragged for weeks and weeks, I was like, no, these jokes are going way too far. You guys are now actually bullying, and it's going to take somebody to stand up and be like, nah, you can't do that. She's still a sis at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
And
so
even though I feel like I didn't see you get like the full credit, I definitely did see the conversation altering after your interview.
Yeah, and I don't need the credit. Give the credit to God, and that's the difference when you doing your.
I will say it here at Downtown World as a media person, where I first media seen it, and the shift and the turn is after I saw Shy's interview drop.
Well, I appreciate that, Queen. But let me tell you something too. This is another thing I want to touch on because this happens a lot in just media, and not only just media, in life. Okay, you're not always going to get the credit that you quote unquote deserve. But this is the thing: when you're walking in your purpose, you know what I'm saying, the credit's going to come back because God is going to bless. So although people might not have said it, and you know, from your perspective, I didn't get the credit. I'm a blessed woman. God, you know what I'm saying? I'm a very blessed woman, and God is constantly giving me my credit. I look to God for my validation. I don't look to the people. You know what I'm saying? So, and whether or not people is cheering, clapping, and telling me shy this, shy that, my validation comes from God first, and then myself. And then I worry about what the people say. The people coming after me. So I give myself the credit before I look to my next neighbor and be like, yo, how'd I do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just something in life that you really have to grasp on, because it's you can get lost in that, and it can overtake like your mindset.
Yep.
And then, you know, and then you can stop doing. Yeah, like
when that source isn't available.
Yes, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you is to allow people to take your credit. That's not what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Stick up for what's yours. But what I'm saying is that sometimes people don't give you your hand claps and your applauses. Don't even worry about it. You're in the gym shooting. You get what I'm saying? And you just keep scoring. Just keep scoring.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it.
You're gonna be amped tonight, Shy. Like you're just giving all this food. I love it. I love it. No. And
nah, don't ask me to come over here and talk about something deep. You know, my friends will tell you all the time, I'll be preaching, so you gotta let me know when to stop.
No, I don't want you to stop ever. We need this energy. We need people like this to, like, why have anything else? If I'm saying I want things in life and I want things to be different, a saying that I always love is like, how can you expect a change when you're like, am I saying it right? A change when you're doing the same thing like over again, or like doing the same thing. How can you get different results? I'm not sure if I'm wording it right. But
insanity. Yes. Expecting the same thing, expecting different results by doing the same thing over and over. Yes.
You can't.
Stupid.
So I don't want to hear the same conversations. I don't want to like have the same like income tax bracket around me. No, I want it all leveled up. I want it all leveled up so that we can strive to be higher and higher. Now,
absolutely.
It's supposed to be April 1st, so I'm not supposed to, I guess people are dying down on the conversation about Women's Month, but not me. We do this 365 all year round. So I'm going to ask you, Shy, we spoke about it a lot tonight, but directly just asking you, when it comes to like being a Black woman in the media space and then being a woman in the media space, how has that experience been for you over the years? And what are some changes that you would still like to see happen within that space? What I can start for you by saying is, those of you who DM me, please don't say, hey, bro. Don't assume. Don't assume.
Okay.
No. Run the page.
I think to answer your question, being a Black woman, first and foremost, the fight is 10 times as hard. It's always been that way, and that's something I've accepted before I even entered the media world. And I think it's something that I've experienced that was able to help prepare me for the media world. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's something that it's always you gotta outdo and go 10 times as hard just to reach that same type of level. But you know, we all know that with hard work comes great success. Hence why, for the most part, you see Black women ascending and elevating, because they will go 10 times as hard to get themselves to the next level. Unstoppable at this point. So it's actually something that's bittersweet. You know what I mean? Yes, it's unfair that you making me have to work 10 times as hard, but it also gives me an advantage because now you made me unbreakable and unstoppable. So, you know what I'm saying? You kind of just take it for what you need to take it for. And for being just a woman, I honestly, I don't know. My allegiance is Black first. You know, so you know, it's so funny. No, for real-ish. So I never look at things like, as far as like, where I can say like, dang, what are my disparities as a woman? Because I always feel those same disparities being Black. You get what I'm saying? So they go hand in hand with me. I never separate the two because I'm both. So it's just, you gotta go as hard. You just gotta work as hard. It's unfortunate, but for those who are willing to do that work, there's great rewards for your hard work. You know what I'm saying? And the rewards are going to be greater than the person who doesn't have to go as hard. It's always like that. You know what I'm saying? A prime example, I always look at this woman like she's so phenomenal to me. Serena Williams. Like she had to carry so much on her back, being the very few represented in the tennis world. But look at being one of the only. She sits on the throne. So like it goes to show you, use that as examples as, yo, although my road may be tougher and rougher because of where I come from or what I look like or whatever, my rewards are going to be greater. It may not look like it now because I'm getting beat down. But in the end, when you look 20 years down the line, your rewards are going to be phenomenal. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I don't really look at it as I got a problem. Like, I love it. I'm proud to be Black. I'm proud to be woman. I'm proud of the struggles I go through because I'm really equipped. When I tell you I'm unbreakable at this point, I mean that. I have been very, very low. Like, low. Like, very low. And people never knew it. I always stepped on the scene like I had it all because it's not what's on you, it's what's in you. And that is a real concept. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, girl, take your struggle and embrace that ish because everybody's success, their foundation, if you're great, the foundation was built off of struggle. So it's a part of the journey. You gotta love it just as much as you love the success.
So let me ask you, Shy, when it comes to, creating your own table, I know you gotta go shortly, so I'm gonna wrap it up. But
no, you good.
When it comes to 22.
Oh no, you good.
Okay. I know for me, I like to have at least 5 minutes before something else, so I want to do you the same. But yes, when it comes to creating your own table, today I had some major reflection. I was like, yo, independently, like literally, I got to speak with rough ends today. Like, grew up listening to these gentlemen's like independently, not no contract signing for no one. While
talk about it,
those are needed, but it hit heavy today, and I was like, sis, you said you wanted to build your own table, but the table been built. Speak on Shy, because you got a table, you got candles, you got the turkey, you got cranberry. I love it all. Your table be looking beautiful, and you share your table. You share your table.
I honestly, I appreciate it. That's something me and personal. I've always, it's fun. It's crazy because Steve Harvey, I love Steve Harvey. What he said speaks a lot to me.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I've always, I told God, just kind of like he did, you know what I'm saying? As much as you bless me, I'm going to bless your children. You know what I'm saying? Keep me in position. I'll make sure to never leave you out the conversation to let people know what you have done for me. So building, the crazy things about building tables is very unclear. It's the hardest thing you can do. You get the less validation starting your own table. People don't know who you are. They try to overlook you. You're not standing by a big powerhouse name. They try to make it seem like you're not doing great things. But let me tell you something. You are doing the best thing you can do. People can take away everything in this earth, but what they can't take away is your creativity, and they can't take away your knowledge. And that knowledge and that creativity is what's going to get you to your next position. Every time I have did something where I built it myself, it has aligned me with who everyone says is the quote unquote greats of the world. You know what I'm saying? So it goes back to what's in you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people in society have to be validated by the companies they work for. I'm validated because God said I'm validated. I don't have to work for anybody.
I'm running laps around the church right now.
No, for real. Like, no, I'm really being dead serious. And whoever's listening to this, I really hope they're grasping what I'm saying here, okay? Because this is what keeps me sane, it keeps me whole, and what keeps me going. When you know exactly who you are, no matter what room you are in, you become unstoppable. You start thinking a different type of way. So, a great one, this quote is unknown, but I love it. It's, your mind must arrive at the destination before your life does. So before y'all knew who Shy was, I knew who Shy was. You get what I'm saying? And I know where Shy's going before y'all can even see it. I already see it. I'm going already. I have arrived. So that's the way I move.
I have arrived.
No, seriously. And that's the way I feel like everybody should move. Everybody should move in that type of format. They should move in that type of power. There's no way you're going to have any type of power if you don't believe it's in you. You have to really believe it's in you. So like building your own table, that's the realest thing you can do. You know what I'm saying? When you're looking at all the greats, when you look at the Tyler Perrys of the world, that's a built table. He built that table. You know what I'm saying? When everybody thought it was a joke because he was doing local plays in the streets of Philly. He knew where he was going before he got there. So I kind of just use that same concept. Whether or not people think I'm going to get there, I don't give a flip. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I'm going. I'm already there, actually. I'm going. My mind is already made up, and I move in that type of light. You know what I'm saying? So you have to recognize your own power, and then people will recognize your power. And as they're recognizing your power, your table's being built. Now they're asking to join your table. You know what I'm saying? And that's how your table becomes plentiful. Now people want to sit. You know, it's crazy how this works. I remember a job. I'll never forget this. You know, this is one of my prime examples. You know, I really do want, I don't want to say the company, but I really wanted to work for this company. You know what I'm saying? Being a Black woman, I felt like I could add so much value to this network. I'm like, yo, no one cares about Black people the way I do. I got you. As a host, I already knew. I was like, yo, my passion was in it. Well, I was talking with this company going back and forth, and whatever happened, they was just kind of like, whatever. And I was just like, dang. But, you know, that never stopped me. I kept going, and then I ended up working for a company that was greater than that company. So God knows what he's doing, right? God's rejection is God's protection. Because had I worked for that company, I would have never got the bigger company. It's just the rules. It's just the science.
It's just
right?
how it goes.
So,
I love it.
girl, when I tell you it's the same company that didn't want to, you know what I'm saying, was acting like they didn't want to rock with me because I didn't have the big names behind me, and they had so-and-so who graduated from so-and-so. When I tell you the same company that made it so hard for me to get in the building was asking to follow me, was asking, hey, what's going on with you? See, this is what happens when you know your power. See, if you don't recognize the power, you're going to miss out. That's on you. It has nothing to do with me, because this power is already, it's already given to me by God. And I feel like if everybody operates in that mindset, they'll become unstoppable. They'll become unstoppable. So build your own table, whether they respect it or not. Trust me, you keep your table sturdy, they're going to be asking for a plate of food. Got to.
Breathe. Drop spike. Breathe.
Nah, for real. Nah, I gotta chill out. Because now you got me pumped.
Shy, take time. You're making me get patois on you now. Take time. Like, yo, who? Can you say that for me one more time?
I didn't know what I said. It was off the top of the dome.
It was something like keep your table sturdy. And then they'll come back. And then,
they'll be asking you for a plate. Keep it sturdy. They'll come and ask you for a plate.
Who? That consistency?
And this is the serious part about it. Don't grow a chip on your shoulder that you now don't share that plate. Yeah. No. It's not their fault that they don't recognize the power. They operate in limitations. They operate in fear. They operate in doubt. Forgive them. I forgive you. You can eat. Yeah. No, I'm dead serious. I forgive you. You can now eat. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that you were fearful. You know what I'm saying? But now you recognize what it is. You know? So that's kind of like I would encourage everybody. I would encourage everybody to operate in that space. It has made me a better person, because when you're in front of the camera or you're doing things where you constantly got to ask for validation. See, one thing about me, I don't like caring about what people got to say, but when you're in front of this camera, you have to worry about perception. So it's like, it's kind of bittersweet, because I'm like, I really don't care what y'all feel, but you got to care. So it's going to help you. Once you start operating in it, it's like, oh, yo, there's nothing I can't do. You know what I'm saying? I got that power. There's nothing I can't do. You really become unstoppable. Now, it is intimidating to some folks, and some folks ain't going to be able to rock with you just because you just shine too much or it's just too intense. Well, those people ain't for you.
Yeah. I love this. You were so needed today, Shy. I was literally saying to myself, because prayer, that quote that I have on my page, prayer is a part of my boardroom, is very real, okay? And I pray before every interview. And, you know, even before our interview today, just because I knew I had a lot going on, I was just saying to myself, and I'm praying to God, and I was like, yo, honestly, when it comes to just being a part of this space and giving credit to God, like, I never want to lose time for that.
That's
I
right.
never want what others see out there, they feel like I am not respectful of that, you know?
Right. That's right.
I know you speak on the importance of God in your life and in
Absolutely.
what you do, but
Girl, I wouldn't be here without him.
how
Seriously.
important is that to your business? Because
It's everything. It's number one. I rearranged my schedule. You know, I'm not above reproach. So at one point in time, I don't want to say I got distracted. I got very busy and lost in the career chase. And I felt like I wasn't reading as much as I knew I should have. So I rearranged my schedule now to wake up 3 a.m. just to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen a bit. I'm trying to tell you, I would have never been able to get through this season had I not changed my schedule that way. He is everything. He goes before me. I don't make a decision without talking to him. When I tell you I don't make a decision without talking to him, I really do not make a decision. I don't even care if it's talking about a friend.
yeah.
I don't move unless I approach the Father. Because no, seriously, this world is evil. This industry is dark. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust people. People constantly trying to get over on you. People constantly trying to take you out. You don't know what's going on. You need that protection over you. The only way I'm going to be able to make it and be protected and be able to have prosperity is if God goes before me. So that's why he's important to me. And not only because of that, like, yo, when I tell you, like, when I say, like, I've been through some low times, and I felt like nobody was there, yo. And I don't want to get emotional, so I'm going to try to hold it because I've been crying lately. I don't know why. But,
yo,
you know,
let it out. Let it out.
Yo, when I tell y'all, it's nothing but the grace of God that I'm here to this day. I'm going to tell y'all. And, you know, when your back is against the wall and you don't feel like nobody is there, and you know at the end of the day, when you look up, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's still there, somebody's still riding, and God is still making a way out of no way. You can never forget that. You know what I'm saying? Like, God has brought me from a low place. And I know, like, it's hard for people to understand that because from the outside looking in, people look at the highlights. They don't know, like, yo, this real issues going on here. And people really do. I just make it look good. I'm a Leo, so I'm going to make it look good. But, like, to be completely honest, like, things, yo, it gets tough. But when you constantly, you be like, dang, yo, God must really rock with me because he always gets me through.
Yeah.
He always gets me through.
Yeah, it brings such a warm feeling to me. Like, I said that to myself enough to be like, yo, God, you really, like, I'm just like, you rock with me.
Yo, like, I look at the cards I was given in life, yo. I look at them and I'm like, yo, I wasn't supposed to just be here. Like, I wasn't supposed to be here. I should have been counted out based on not having the resources, not having the finances. You know what I'm saying? Whatever typical story, I should have been counted out a long time ago. A long time ago, before I even went to college, I should have been counted out because I didn't even have money to get through school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Matter of fact, I was sent home to community college, had to take my refund check from community. It got me in one semester for my 4-year college. Then I became an RA and that paid for my housing. And I did that until I graduated. That's how I graduated. You know what I'm saying? So the first time I was sent away just because I didn't have the reason. And it's crazy because I've always had great grades, but see, that's how the system is set up. If you don't have money, you don't get to win. If you don't have money, you don't get to live the luxury of life that everybody else is living, like as if you don't deserve it. If you don't grow up in money, you know what I'm saying? You don't get to have whatever picture they get to paint for us. But, you know, at one point, that's how I was like, yo, I refuse to lose. And God, if you just help me get through. And when I tell you, he has been carrying me since. He has been carrying me since I left home at 17 years old and went off to college. My great God has been carrying me. And no matter what happens to me on this journey, I'm not going to stop because I've already gotten confirmation. I've already gotten his confirmation. So that's why I'm telling you, as far as I'm unbreakable now at this point, because I've already reached a very, very low spot. when I felt like I had no one left. You get what I'm saying? Or I had nobody to turn to.
I hear you, girl.
So it is what it is. God, he is my everything. You know what I'm saying? He is the reason why you guys get to see me even operate in LA. Because right before this, like right before I moved to LA, I went through the, I hate telling the story because I'm really so over it. But you know what I'm saying? I went through like a terrible, terrible, terrible breakup. People don't even know what's really going on because I don't like to share my personal business. But it was very, 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 just very terrible where I was stripped of everything. When I tell you I was stripped of everything, I mean that. So when I came here, I didn't have anything. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple mentors that lived here, but I didn't have no job. I didn't have, you know, I didn't have a job. I didn't have a place. I didn't have nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like my mentor helped me ship my card. Shout out to my mentor, Lauren Lake. Yeah, I'm saying I love her to death. She shipped my card here. And that's what I had, a ship car coming to LA. When I tell you I was bored, like when I boarded the flight, I was in tears. The flight attendant was like, what the frick is wrong with you? Like, because I knew that I literally was stepping out on faith and not by sight. I knew it. I was like, yo, I knew at that moment, because my dear people was looking like, yo, you got it crazy. You know what I'm saying? But you got to do what's crazy. Crazy people normally tend to make it because you got to take those risks. And when I tell you, I literally just relied on God. I was just like, yo, God, I don't know what just happened to my life. Yeah. It just was ripped from me. And I was like, I don't know why this is happening. I've always been a kind person. I've always treated your people right. Why are you taking me through this? And it's almost like he was like, yo, you'll see once you get on that flight. And when I tell y'all, when I came to LA and how things just started moving and happening for me, I knew it was nothing but the power of God. Can't nobody tell me that man is not good up there. And that's why I don't care whomever serves or what is it. You know what I'm saying? He has been so good to me. So at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, if you count me out, you counting God out because God has given me everything I got. Anything y'all see, I know I came from him. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, when you ask like how important he is, I'm giving you a glimpse. This man is everything for me. You know, sometimes we fall short. Sometimes we mess up. And one thing about God, he's always forgiven as well. So like, so yeah, man, that's honestly, if it had not been for him, there's no way. There's no way.
No way.
No way.
Shy. So, you know, I noticed, you know, I'll be nice. Late November, December, people really are strong about the fourth quarter. They have all their aspirations, everything ready for January. They're like, I'm killing January 1st. La, 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 la. You know how it goes, okay? Then come February, they're still kind of, but it does kind of die down. And then March, I feel like is a time when it really separates the water from the oil. You know what I mean? And you have those people that, not to say we're not tired, we're all tired. But like we spoke on earlier, 20 years from now, that's where I'm at. And right now, the 20 years from now, me is saying you can't go to bed yet. You got to finish this. You got to send this email. You got to, whatever the case is. And I feel like a lot of people are feeling that, I don't even know what to call it, like end of first quarter, kind of like depression, like they're down. The battery's not as strong as it was at the top of the year. Myself included, you know, which I've been honest with the group and saying that. So when it comes to just that feeling and when you're feeling kind of low and the energy's running low, what are some of the self-care ways that you kind of, things that you're comfortable with sharing that you kind of use to help build you up or get you through this transition of first quarter to second quarter? Because that's what's happening.
Again, that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to preach, but first and foremost, remember I told you I switched my schedule. You know what I'm saying? Immediately I switched my schedule to waking up 3 in the morning to talk to God when I was going through something that was low. That was very difficult for me. And those are my self-care ways. That's all I know is when I feel like I can't make it no more, call on the Father. That's all I know to do. And then it's almost like he gives you this sense of, haven't I gotten you through this before? And then you just like, yo, you did. And then it's just like, and then you just drown that and you like, well, the whole time I'm thinking about being depressed or the whole time I'm thinking about this, I could be building my brand right now. Let me stop. You know what I'm saying? Because I know who I serve. So it gets, so if you don't have a spiritual connection, I don't even know how you're making it. Because that's the only way I make it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm able to stay strong and withstand everything that I go through. Not only that too, though, I talk very highly of myself. I think people have a terrible habit of counting themselves out and talking poorly about themselves. I call myself a great, and I don't care how cocky people say that is. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm a child of the Father, and since He is very rich and has many mansions above, that means I get to inherit that as His child.
Period.
So, with that being said, I make sure that I'm speaking life into me. And you know what? Another thing I do for self-care is making sure the people around me speak life into me. It's very imperative. I think a lot of times, not trying to be rude, and I'm about to get crazy, but y'all got a lot of, you know what I'm saying, leeches. Y'all got a lot of wolves and sheep clothing around y'all. Y'all got people around y'all that ain't for you. This is another reason why I spend 60% of the time a little bit enclosed, because I like to protect my energy. I know that if I'm walking with God or I'm talking with God every day, it's hard for somebody to come in and disrupt that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure you are also around people who can speak life into you. There's been times I've been very low, and I don't know, maybe one of my sisters might hit me up and be like, you know what, Shy, this is that and the third, you're a beautiful person, you know, keep going. Yo, I needed that. You need people like that in your life for positive reinforcement. So a lot of times your life ain't working because your circle ain't working. Y'all need to check y'all circles. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't belong. Everybody can't go. No, real talk. Everybody doesn't belong. Everybody can't go. And you can't have, I don't want to say weak people, but you can't have fraudulent, dark people around you. It does nothing for you. If anything, it will hold you back. I'm telling y'all right now, if you do, cut it. Because your mind is everything. It's mind first, mentality first. If this is weak, you're weak.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? If this is depressed, you become depressed. If this isn't working, you don't work. It's all right here. You know what I'm saying? So you can't afford. The way this last year ended, life is short. You can't afford to have people around you that aren't for you and here to help you ascend.
Too grown for that.
You can't. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn that. Like I said, I'm not above reproach. These are things that I've learned along the way. Because I'm the type of person, people will tell you right now, I'm the hardest person to cut people off. I cannot do it. I love maintaining relationships and I love holding on to people. Yeah. But sometimes you holding on to people that are literally drilling holes in your boat. Ooh. Like they're holding on to the very reason why you can't climb.
The very reason.
The very reason why you can't go above, because you too busy with this Negro talking about this, you know what I'm saying? That's causing you stress. He ain't even building a life into you. If you have a man and he's not building a life into you, cut it. If you have a woman and she's not building a life into you, cut it. Cut it. Or you will never get to reap the full potential of your prosperity. You'll never get to live it. You'll never see it. And you're going to live a life of regret. So, again, looking 20 years down the line. So whenever time I look 20 years, I'm like, dang, how do I want my life to look like when I'm 50? All these decisions I'm making right now dictate where I get to go when I'm 50. So if I want to have loving people around me, I got to start actively making sure loving people around me right now. Today's the day.
Woo!
Today's the day, y'all.
Right. The word was needed tonight. You know, like at the end of church, when you see the pastor do this, okay?
Okay. It's 1 o'clock, time for lunch.
You see what I'm saying? No, Queen, thank you so much for your wise. I'm speechless for this fruit tonight, you know.
No problem. Anytime.
There were other people here, but I'm saying
anytime, you know, and I just want to leave everybody off. See, this is where you get long-winded. This how you know I'm black, because I just keep going. This is why you should never ask me to start.
Are you standing at the door right now with your jacket on?
Hello? I would not be able to be a preacher because I would have no congregation, because I would just keep going. I don't need the choir to keep going. I got y'all. I'm going to keep going. Now, but No, I just want to leave everybody off with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether you a dreamer, a goal chaser, an entrepreneur, or just, you know, you could be a regular 9 to 5, and you aspire to live a happy life, married life, whatever it is. Just know that you can do it. The power is in you, and it starts in you. And if you never lose sight of that, you'll be able to get to where you want to get. If somebody would have told me 10 years ago, 10 years ago, I'm like, you know what, Shy, you know, you'll be able to, you know, do this and shake hands with these people and look at yourself on TV. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that I believed it, but I don't think I really grasped it.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm here now, I'm just like, yo, it's limitless. You know what I'm saying? What we want to do in this world is it's endless. We can stand on the promises. This is what God told us. You know what I'm saying? He told us he'll give his children we can be prosperous.
Yes.
So like, just know that y'all can do it no matter how low your situation is. And I know this is sounding very cliche, but trust me,
It's
I thought I
true.
would never. You call my best friend right now, and I've never been like that. I've always been an ambitious person. When I told her, yo, my life is over, I'm never gonna be able to make it out. I meant that. I felt so far low. My mind, everything I'm talking to y'all about, it was gone. I was just like, forget it, F it. Let me just go, you know, fall back on my degree, go over here and just leave it alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it took a lot of just praying and God just putting that belief back in me, like, yo, I don't care how low you can get. I can call you from the back right to the front.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did.
That's exactly
what he did. Like within a month, I literally went from like nothing to like, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all about if you believe in yourself. You believe in God, believe in yourself, you will make it.
Yeah. Period. Woo. Guys, this has been like a huge amount of bowl of fruit with Shynieka Taylor, aka Shy. And you guys make sure to follow this queen, support this queen. Click right now in the top left corner and make sure you follow this queen for real, for real. Shy, let everyone know if they want to get in contact with you, how you prefer to get in contact, if you like to be in contact. Just your borders.
So y'all can all follow me on the local Instagram. So as Shy said, yeah, I'd love to meet everybody. If y'all have any questions, y'all pop up in my DM. I'm glad to assist y'all. Now I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't be preaching one at a time. So you know what I'm saying? Unless it's a deep conversation, I'm letting y'all know right now. I love to crack jokes. But I love you guys all for supporting, and thank you. You support me, I support you, and yeah, let's just win to the top.
To the top. Thank you, Queen. You're truly appreciated. Keep
no
winning.
problem. So are you.
I want to witness your journey. Enjoy your food.
Yes, and you too, man. Yo, good. Thank you for not only giving me this opportunity, but thank you from one Black woman to the next. Like, you know, I love when we can unify and we can share love and speak life into each other. There's nothing like it. And as much as the media or the stereotypes that's out there, I tell people all the time, man, Black women have held me down. Y'all been in my corner since day one. So I'm in your corner. If you need anything from me, you know, anything, just hit me up. I don't got a lot, but I can share.
Shy, I'm going to be really Black right now. Thank you, Queen. I just want to ask you one more question that I forgot to ask.
Yes.
And I ask everyone, okay? You look on my personal page. I love food. Food is life for me. You're going to go eat right now. What did you eat today?
I made a Caesar salad. Yes, I made it, y'all, from scratch.
Okay.
Come.
All right.
Yeah, okay, now. Put a little peppers. And what else I had? Oh, and for breakfast I had honey bunches of oats. The best cereal down, hands down. Chop some bananas up, honey bunches of oats. I'm trying to, like, you know, relax on the eating, because I was looking at my stomach the other day. I was just like,
it ain't right.
Your stomach doesn't look like the lifestyle you promote on the local Instagram. So I'm gonna need you to be real. So I was like, oh, let me get right.
Let me get right. Oh my God.
But if people see me in real life, it's like, wait.
I feel you. Honestly, I asked that question. That is my unorthodox way of checking in on you, making sure you're eating. I know sometimes we get carried away in the day and we'll be like, oh shit, I didn't eat today.
One thing about me is I'm gonna eat. There's no carried away when it comes to food. I'm gonna eat. If I make time for anything, it's eating. Okay.
I love you. Love you, girl. Have a wonderful, wonderful lunch, dinner, and we will speak soon. You guys, this has been another episode of Downtown. Don't waste no time with negativity. Please continue to eat fruit, mind your business, Follow Shy.
Yes, mind your business.
Let's get out of here.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
About to go downtown.
Downtown, hey!
Downtown. You about to go